So, a lie to children is basically the oversimplification of an extremely complex topic or, concept, um, so that it may be taught to children or simply expressed in layman's term, because to explain it any further would be in too much detail for that from like that the average man needs to know. Do you know what I mean? Like, for example, the solar system, like we teach it to children, like they're just spheres that all orbit the sun, and they're kind of in their perfect like circular rings around the sun. Obviously that's not how it works, and when you get to secondary school, you learn more nuance to it, and then if you take, I don't know, physics any further than that, then you'll learn even like how much more complicated it gets. But for the average person only needs to know up until like the primary school level of what it really is, right? And once you get to the highest levels, it's obvious that there are things that we don't understand about it, like what is gravity and why do things want to be close to each other. We don't actually know that. Anyway, so my proposition, I suppose, in this speech is that, like, majority of what you see in religious texts, obviously, again, I'm mostly talking about the Quran here, but majority of what you see is a lie to children. So it's not meant to be the full story. It's not meant, it is not, frankly, it's not explaining anything really. It's just meant to give an overarching concept of the afterlife, heaven, hell, sins, pahala, things like that, jinn. And to take it so literally would be detrimental, I think, into following the religion, because a lie to children can often like create an illusion, or it makes people think that they know more about the subject than they actually do. So I think it makes people feel like they know more about God and the afterlife than they actually do, which thus gives them the jurisdiction to judge the way other people follow the religion or interpret the religion. Because ultimately I do think the Quran is extremely interpretable, like especially from the original Arabic. Like, come on, like I know you think it's all black and white, but I really don't think it is. And even that, maybe God in and of itself isn't necessarily a being or a creature. It's a lie to children made up by whoever is really behind all of this. And maybe who's behind, like they know that we're not going to be able to understand it, right? So they create all these lies, and we've taken them to be gospel when maybe we should have been taking them as like learning steps, an extremely vague big picture, which will get specified as we leave this world, or maybe it will never be specified to us. And maybe after we leave this world, our energy is just out there, and we can be in search of this knowledge if we so choose to be. But if we don't go and look for it, like if you don't take astrophysics in university, then you're not going to know much more about gravity, etc. But if you do, then you will, but you have to go look for it. Maybe that's the same with us. Maybe we have to go look for it. I want to look. It's actually kind of scary to think that there might not be any way for me to look, that no matter how much I want something, it might never be given to me, and I might never be given the opportunity to try to get it. But let's be real, that's probably how this is gonna turn out.